Let's be honest, friends. Most beginners preparing for the PEE Energy Auditor exam or Energy Manager exam do not fail because the syllabus is tough. They fail because they start their preparation with the wrong assumptions and wrong habits. Long office hours, deadlines, meetings, and family responsibilities already make preparation challenging, friends. Yes. But what makes it even harder are the common mistakes almost every beginner makes, the mistakes that silently drain your time, reduce your confidence, and slow down your progress, friends. The truth is simple. You do not need to study everything. You need to avoid the mistakes that stop you from studying effectively, friends. In this video, I'll break down the biggest mistakes beginners make. Avoiding these mistakes can save your weeks of wasted effort and help you build a strong foundation from day one. Hi, I am Chandan Sudip, and this session is designed to help you start your BEE Energy Auditor Energy Manager exam journey the right way, with clarity, structure, and confidence. Let's fix the basics today so you can prepare smarter tomorrow, friends. So the mistake number one, reading guidebooks like novels, right? You start reading the books randomly from any chapter you feel like, right? You read like novel, not understanding the basic concepts, what is required to be understood. You do not note down the basic concept, which I have repeated in other videos as well. Please, 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 when you read the books, keep your notebook available with you. Write down the key pointers, key concepts, highlight within the book. You may download the book from online. Also, you'll get the hard copy, but do not wait for the hard copy. You can download it. Maybe if you want to highlight in the digital format, it's okay. If you want to highlight in the hard copy, go and you can have Xerox or print out of the copy, right? And then you can start reading. This is what I used to prefer. I prefer mainly the hard copy instead of the digital format, right? So you can highlight there all the key concepts. So the mistake which people do is they just read like a novel, but they do not highlight the key concepts, key notes, formulas. You have to focus on because the questions will be a lot of questions will be coming in the form of formulas and numericals, right? So you have to by heart the formulas, and it will not be in one day, friends. So you can note down the formulas. Diagrams they miss out, just they skip the diagrams, they skip the formulas, they skip the numericals, and just they read and they feel like reading the books is enough. No, friends, you have to literally understand. Only reading the books will not be enough for you like a novel. Rather, you have to note down the key areas, key concepts, and keep on reading them, day by day, such that you understand thoroughly the concept, right? And you do not revise it, suppose. That also is a problem. Just reading will not be enough. You have to keep on revising it. Whatever you have read yesterday, whatever things you have highlighted yesterday, again, once you open the book today, you have to revise it and go in a structured way, not like you pick up any book, any chapter which you feel like today reading and you read it and then let's skip for the next day. You have to literally go one by one, chapter by chapter, book by book, slowly, and you have to spend time every day, friends. Then only you can think of cracking the exam without so much of hurdle, right? Otherwise it will literally be too much for you at the end of the day during the exam days, right? It won't be able to, you won't be able to revise also that time. So once you start making the notes today itself, slowly it will become handy for you, and these things you can revise it at the end of the day or during the exam time, friends. It will be easier for you, right? This is one thing, one mistake which I was talking about. The second mistake is ignoring the numericals. 50 to 60% numericals beginners avoid because they feel like there will be short questions which you will be able to easily answer them while reading the books. Friends, even in the short questions, even in the objective questions, these days or in the last previous few years, I have seen that BEE is asking numerical based objectives, numerical based short questions also, and also in the long form. So numericals are very important for you. The formulas are very important for you because even the questions in the objectives will be formula based or numerical based kind of questions you'll get getting, friends, not straightforward. Before, there were days before the exams were a bit straightforward, where not too much of formula based questions were asked in the objective section, friends. So people used to focus on the objectives without having too much of understanding on numericals or formulas, not spending too much on formulas and numericals, simply reading the books. But now the pattern has changed. They'll ask you formula based questions, numerical based questions, even in the objectives, friends. So that's the reason I'm saying 50 to 60% numericals beginners avoid, which is literally a problem and it's a mistake from them. So I request you, focus on the numericals, focus on the formulas. And numericals is not too tough if you know the formula, if you know the application of the formula, friends. Mistake number 3, not making formula sheets. And this is something I have repeated because slowly in every chapter you'll find different formulas, and then now it may feel easy for you, but going forward slowly, once you start reading, a lot of formulas will be there for you, and that time you will be literally confused which formula is coming from which chapter, which book, where to apply, how to apply, which numericals will be required for which formula. A lot of confusion will be there, and then it will be a messy for you, and you will literally lose the confidence to face the exam. That's the reason I'm saying try to make the formula sheets, right? This is the backbone of the exam, I'm telling you. If you forget the formulas during the exam, although you know the numericals, you know how to solve the numericals, but if you forget the formula, you will not be able to apply it. So creating the formula bank for each chapter is very important, friends. I'm telling you from the day one, I'm repeating these things because this is something basis of the entire exam, be it for the energy manager first 3 papers or the 4th paper for the energy auditor exam. This is very much important. Also for the building energy auditor building exam for 5 and 6, 2 papers. There's 2 papers. So everywhere you see the formula based questions will be there, and you literally have to have the formula sheets, formula bank you can call it, right? Start creating from day one, start revising the formulas, start noting down the key formulas, start understanding how these formulas getting applied in numericals. Mistake number 4, studying randomly without plan. That's what I have been repeating, because what I have observed, what I have seen people is they keep studying books, they spend time reading the books, but they do not have any structure. Randomly they pick any chapter. Today let's say they started with motor, so they'll read motor, to tomorrow to be like boiler, so straight away from the electrical to the thermal system, someday lighting, someday something else. So they do not have the kind of structure, a format. Okay, first we'll start with the basis or basic chapters, right, general chapters, then slowly we'll pitch into the electrical, and then we'll go to the thermal. Kind of format should be there, formal structure should be there, how you want to proceed, not like randomly whatever you feel like you start studying, friends. That will not be helpful for you, because now it may look easy, going forward it will literally be a complex thing for you, and then you will literally struggle to complete all the chapters, prepare all the chapters for the exam, friends. Mistake number 5, ignoring the diagrams. See, these days the questions which I have seen are also diagram based questions, which I have also repeated in other videos. You cannot skip the diagram, because they may ask you to draw the diagram, complete the diagram, or they will give you the diagram, and from that diagram they'll ask you different questions, friends. So you should not skip diagram. I have seen people like they start reading the books, skipping the diagram. They will not focus on the diagrams, right? Just they read the descriptive parts and they try to understand the concepts. But that concept also needs to be applied in the form of diagrams. Questions will come from diagrams, friends, and I'll tell you, even short questions or long questions can be from the diagram. Okay, so you should not skip the diagrams. I'll let you know which diagrams are important chapter wise in the coming videos. Do keep watching the videos, friends, because I'll be uploading all different videos for different chapters, different concepts, different numericals, which will help you, prepare for the exam. But we should understand one important point is the diagram is very much important, and you can expect questions from diagrams, friend, and it has come even before. So do not skip the diagrams, do not ignore the diagrams. Try to understand what the diagram is all about and what kind of questions can come from diagram, friends. That also is important. Mistake number 6, not solving mock tests. So now it's not required to have the mock test initially. Slowly you can build in, right? Once you start studying, once you start revising the chapters, you can start practicing the mock tests, which are also available online. I'll also share some content from my side. So you have to start the mock test for two important things. One is to have an understanding whether you're on the right track or not. Also, second important point is the time management, because although you know the context, you know the problems, you know the solutions, you know the numericals, but will you be able to complete the question paper in the time that been given by EEE during the exam? That also is an important point, because I have seen people struggling. Even I struggle a bit uh, solving all the descriptive and short questions and objective questions within the stipulated time, the time that EEE has given us. That is also a problem, friend, because you may be solving the questions and after some time you will feel like, okay, I have not much time to complete my other questions, and when you know the answers of those questions, you will have to skip because we will not be able to complete them within the time. So solving mock test will help you to also understand time, how much you are taking to solve a numerical, to write a descriptive question, to write a short question. So this kind of practice also is important for you to understand, right? Solving mock tests is very important, friends. Not now initially, but slowly I'll teach you, guide you when to start. But after some time, few days, you have to start solving the mock tests. So mistake number 7 is the overconfidence in easy chapters. Sometimes what happens, we skip the easy chapters. We feel like, okay, you know, you have a background from this, and the questions which will come, you can easily solve them. I'll tell you, sometimes BEE will literally try to uh, ask very, kind of those questions, tricky questions, even from the easy chapters, and you will feel like, okay, you had the concept understanding, but you fail to solve the questions because the questions are a bit tricky ones. They might be clubbed with other formulas, 3 4 formulas clubbed into one question. So you may be expecting, okay, I know the formula, I know the application, I know the numericals, I'll solve it easily because I know the context. They may ask you the same question clubbed with other 3 4 5 formulas, and then it will be tricky for you. So you should not skip the easy chapters, or should not feel overconfidence. All chapters are important, friends. All chapters you have to literally think about, because questions can come straightforward, questions can be tricky also for you because this may be clubbed with other different chapters, right? So like for the example, electrical system may be clubbed with compressors, maybe clubbed with motors, maybe clubbed with pumps. These kind of questions can come, right? Do not take it into granted that you know the chapter is easy for you, so you'll solve the problems. And the case study, beginner who failed twice because the beginners or the exam aspirants didn't focus on the numericals, which I have been repeating, didn't create the formula sheets, didn't take the mock tests, no diagrams. So these things, if you skip, it's a literally case study. Even I have asked number of people, my friends who have failed exam because they didn't focus on all these things, right? They just start reading, and they thought like, okay, I understand the concept, I will be able to apply it. But if you do not understand how 3 4 formula, for example, I told you 3 4 formulas are there, and that has to be applied all together in one question set, how it can be done. So you have to practice. I'll teach you, I'll guide you which kind of formulas important, how to solve the numericals. I'll give you all these insights in the coming videos. But you also have to understand that you should not skip these while you read the questions, friends. So I hope the content was useful for you, and it will help you to understand as a beginner how to draft yourself, how to start preparing for the exam, where to focus on the key pointers which I highlighted in this particular video, to focus, okay, these are the things which I have to focus, and start reading the books along with the concepts, along with the formulas, along with the numericals, whatever I told you. So I hope this will give you a bit of confidence to start your journey, BEE, Energy Auditor, Energy Manager exam preparation journey, friends. Please comment mistakes in board letter if you want me to prepare chapter wise video on important notes for you, friend, because this is something will give me a bit of insight, okay, what you actually expect from me, friends. Not like simply I just keep on preparing or making a videos content for you. That won't help you. So comment mistakes in the description, or in the comment section, friends, such that I come to know what kind of audience I have, what you expect from me further, I will go in that direction, friends. So this will give me a bit of direction to move while I prepare different videos, different content on the exam preparation for you, friends. Okay. Then last not the least, thank you for watching the video, friends. I hope the content was literally useful for you. Follow me for more updates and guidance on BEE exam 2026. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. You can ask me on email any questions, queries if you have. Also, you can put down your queries in the comment section, friends, because that will be easy for me to track easily. I may not be opening the email every time, but I see the comment whatever you drop in. So drop in the comment any query, any thoughts, any suggestions if you have for me, which I should be prepared for the next video or upcoming videos, right? Do like and share the video if you found the content useful for you, friends, and also subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, because I'm going to upload a lot many videos in the upcoming days which you may miss if you do not subscribe and press the bell icon, friends, such that you get the reminders when I upload a new video, which will be shortly, right? So thanks for watching the video. See you in the next video with friends. Until then, take care of yourself and keep learning, friends. Bye.